Well, hello there again. This is the Divine Miss Mickey. I'm going to give a trigger warning because the subject that I want to talk about is very serious. It's also quite relevant when you think of what's going on. And the best clue I can give you is E. Jean Carroll. Yes, the subject today is sexual assault. So if you are triggered by this subject, then please, if you feel that it's going to be too much for you, then I ask you to leave this for now until you feel okay. But most of all, please get counselling. Please get help, because it does affect your relationships beyond, and whether it's just one incident or many, it will affect your future life, your present and your future. It will still control you. So please get help. Which brings me to why I'm doing this subject today. It's a little bit of a celebration. Now, most people know that, and I've spoken about it, that I've been doing EMDR therapy for trauma, diagnosed with CPTSD, which is compounded PTSD. It's a fair bit there. It's very, very effective. EMDR is very effective. But there was other counselling that I've been doing that I haven't made it so public, and purely because it was of a more sensitive nature. But I've graduated. I actually graduated. Well, I can't fully through it, but I've been doing a lot of inner work. So, wonderful, wonderful lady called Michelle. I don't even know her surname. I just know her by first name. And the most beautiful soul. Absolutely beautiful. Very insightful. Now, why was I doing this counselling? Well, like many women and some men, I've been sexually assaulted. Not violently. And that's the thing, that people think of rape and sexual assault as violent. Well, no, actually, many aren't. It's just simply a violation of a person's right to say no. And it's non-violent because it's pushed through coercion, through come on baby, you know, and all that sort of stuff, and that becomes a violation of your rights. That becomes a form of non-violent rape or sexual assault. And I bet that there's quite a few of you who have never heard of that. And I was one of them. I thought it had to be violent to be classed as rape. And then the penny started dropping a number of years ago. I started realising. And then through the counselling I was doing, it was like, yeah, this has affected my life. It's affected my relationships as much as the traumas I've been through. And I bet there's quite a few of you out there. And like I said, not just women, it happens to men too. It's something that we can't sweep under the carpet because it trips us up. We have to deal with it at some stage if we want to move forward. If we want to have successful relationships, if we want to have that love we've always dreamed of, if we want to have relationships that are equal, where we're not in fear or feeling intimidated or feeling that we have to comply. Because if we don't, we won't get the love. No, that's not a healthy relationship. It's not. So, today, I graduated and feel very, very pleased with myself in between very itchy eyes. I don't know how long I'll be able to go tonight, but because I've had a lot of allergy stuff going on, all the rain we had, and yeah, it's just sent my allergies going crazy, and so I'm playing a lot of healing music. So if you do hear any music in the background, I've turned it down as low as I can, but I've got a lot of allergy music going on at the moment. And you can see that Leo in the background is very interested in all this. No. So, let's have a look at this. There's an importance in getting positive counselling, because that helps us move forward. That helps us to move forward in a positive way. As I said before, when we move forward in a positive way, we allow ourselves to have positive relationships, love, sexual, friendships even. They become more positive because we're not carrying around those feelings of lack of self-worth, not being valuable, even to the point of shame and guilt. You know, it's like I did the one on the video on people pleasing. In a sense, we end up giving in to please, or sometimes it's fear of retribution. Fear of the person ending up in a really bad mood, so it's like, okay, anything to keep the peace. That's a violation of our rights. That's a violation of our trust, and that's disrespect. And sometimes we just feel we have no choice. And you've got to do what you can at that particular time. But it's important to get help. It's important to be able to move past this. It's important to be able to release these feelings of guilt and shame. So I ask you that if you are one of those people, whether it be violently or non-violently, if you have been raped, if you have been sexually assaulted, please get counselling. Find somewhere that works particularly on this to help you be able to see what you can do within yourself, because you can't change the past. That's happened, you know. But why let it still control you? Because that's what happens, it still controls you. So by getting the help, getting the counselling, getting someone who is really knows their stuff, and someone that you feel a connection with, that's really important. If you go see someone and you're not feeling comfortable with them, ask us to see someone else. Go see someone else. Because you have to feel comfortable. And you have to feel comfortable from the beginning. And then begin the journey. And there's a lot of really, really clever tools that they use. I don't think I've got it here. I think I put it somewhere, but I know there was a circle within a circle within a circle, and there were all these emotions listed in segments. And it was fascinating. I know I took a photo of it. I'll see if I can actually get it added to the end of the video. because I think it's on this phone. Well, we'll see. I might be able to work something. But there's a lot of tools that people are using, that what counsellors use now when it comes to particularly sexual assault. And boy, do you get some aha moments. You know, whether you get it quickly or it takes a dozen sessions. Keep at it, because you will get that moment when you go, wow, you know, it wasn't me. Yeah, okay, I was there and it happened to me and I complied, or, you know, I let that happen. Well, no, you didn't let it happen. If it was non-violent, you found a way to just go, rather than be at risk, let it happen. Rather than be at risk. Make that choice. It's nothing to feel guilty or shame about at all. The person who should feel the guilt, who should feel the shame, is the perpetrator, whether they be violent or non-violent. And there's also things such as date rape. Someone very close to me, someone very dear to me, was date raped. And nothing happened, because by the time there was any realization that, hey, something happened, because this person was drugged. And by the time the realization was there and the perpetrator had sort of convinced her that there was nothing to worry about, nothing happened. But you know what? He's going to have to face it in his life review, because it still happened. He's going to face it. His choice. But I digress on this. So I'm talking about all forms of rape. I'm talking about all forms of sexual assault. I personally don't involve a pinch on the bum, because I kind of been guilty of that one. I've been a bit of a cheeky girl at times, and, you know, go to where all my friends were, at a pub in Adelaide or somewhere, and hey, you going, pinch on the bum. That was just friends. Yeah, well, I've kind of gone a little bit crazy. I'm talking about, you know, more serious. Let's be real. I just want to be real about it. I don't want to trivialize it. So, when it comes to getting help, you've got to feel comfortable. You've got to be prepared to look at it. If it was a situation that you remember, as distinct from someone who was drugged, if you remember it, then in a safe environment, you can recall without reliving and find the tools so that you can move on successfully. And also deal with how it has affected your relationships, how it has affected your life. It's really important, because you may say, oh, I've forgotten about it. It doesn't affect me. I'm okay. As you have unsatisfactory, unhappy, one-sided, unfulfilling, unloving relationships, where your needs, I'm talking about emotional needs, are not met, where you feel guilt and shame. No, you're not okay. you need to get help. And that's a positive. That's such a good thing. Take it from someone who's been there, who's walked in those shoes. You can move forward, and it's fantastic. So, because I'm starting to get a little bit tight in the throat with this allergy stuff, at least I'm not sneezing. That's not a pretty sight. So what I thought I would do, I've got 3 different decks here. I'm going to pull a card from each deck. So I'm going to start, I saw a lovely, lovely lady from England using these in a video. And I thought, oh, I've got these. So these are Healing with Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So, and I thought I would pull one. So I haven't actually pulled any yet. I thought, well, okay, let's do a shuffle, do it on the spot. And I'm just going to ask that we, oh, this one, oh, no, okay, they want to. Who am I to argue? Okay, so the first card is Blessings. The second card is Study. So how do we put these two together? I'm trying to get the glare out of it, but not quite so easy. So how do we get that? Study and blessings. Well, quite simple. There are blessings when you put the work in. You put the work into healing yourself, and your life will change. You'll stop accepting all the negative things and all the disappointments. You'll stop accepting them. You'll set better boundaries. A big thing. That was a big thing for me. Setting boundaries. And even then I'm very open, and I sort of go, okay, well, there's a line, and there's a long way to get to that line, because none of us are perfect. Once someone steps over that line, that's it. Gone ski. So there are blessings in putting the work in. Oh, wonderful. Okay. That was pretty good. So I thought I'm going to need my other glasses for these, because the writing on this is quite small. But I do like these cards. Divine Doors. It's really interesting how I got to have these, because I hadn't seen anyone use them. I wanted to get these Druid wisdom cards. And this, I tend to use Afterpay, because it means I can space it out. It's kind of like a lay-by while you get the goods as well. And I had to make it up to $50, so I thought, okay, well, I picked another deck, and then I still had enough, still needed a bit more, and I saw these, and I thought, well, I love the idea of divine doors. Doorways are portals to new understanding, to a new perspective, to a new life. I thought, well, yeah, why not? So I got these, and I absolutely love them. So, nice little, it's a great little box, a little magnetic box. So, thought what we'll do, tiny little cards. So, I'm going to ask for some guidance. Which one? Red. Okay. Okay. Got to. Now I'm going to change glasses. Oh my God, you can see how red my eyes are. Oh, I'm much closer than I thought. Okay. Oh. Divine Guardian, do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. Do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. Well, that kind of fits in, because the path to healing, if you haven't already started it, you can start it now by making the decision that you are going to move forward. You are going to get the counselling. You are going to get the help. If it's via straight counselling, sexual assault counselling, EMDR, or any other of these positive modalities in emotional and mental health healing, then do it. It's the right path. Sometimes the best path is not the easy path. In fact, a lot of the time, the best path is not the easy path. And so, my favourite butterfly affirmations, love these. And so, we ask for a card that is going to give an affirmation for you all. Give an affirmation to help guide everyone here as they begin their journey into healing, into wellness, to overcome the difficulties, the traumas, the assaults, the rapes, the abuse, to help them to take that step towards healing. Oh, this one, okay. Thank you. Okay. And there's your beautiful butterfly. And it says, I love the way spirit works. I love it. Every dark night must turn into a bright new morning. Let me turn that around. Can you see that? Every dark night must turn into a bright new morning. Which is the dark night, is the difficulties, is the trauma, is the guilt, the shame, the fear, the intimidation, the manipulation, the after effects of being hurt so bad. And when we take that step, we begin heading into that bright new morning. It's not easy, it's not always instant. I will tell you that one of the things that helped me a lot was that I've done a lot of healing frequency on YouTube. I talk about that a lot. And I did a lot for healing trauma, healing PTSD, healing the root, sacral, and what's it? There's another one. Oh, it'll come to me. But healing your lower chakras, cleansing your meridians. Basically, a lot of things to work on a higher level. That makes it easier in order to move forward with your healing. So, every dark night, that's every trauma, every hurt, every pain, must turn into a bright new morning. Now, I will add on this is if you choose. That's the thing. It's always a choice. Healing is a choice. I know I'm overcoming some biggies. It's a long journey. The physical stuff is a long journey. I haven't hit the big stuff with the EMDR. But I got the tools to help me get through, and that's the EMDR, the healing frequency. Find what works for you. Find what makes you feel good. In fact, just the other day, I was feeling quite angry about a situation. You know, feeling quite let down. And it was really bugging me and getting to me. I found out later, of course, that there's been all these solar flares, which is really screwing with our emotions. But I was like, being angry is not good. That's not healthy for me. So I found some anger release one. This was, I think, Good Vibes. I think Good Vibes put it out about 3 years ago. And it just happened to come up. And I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. Well, after about an hour, I realised that I wasn't feeling angry. I was feeling better within myself. It doesn't make what's gone on right, but I'm feeling better within myself. Release the anger. So find the tools that work for you and turn your dark night into a bright new morning. You can do it. You can do it! I couldn't resist. Okay? You can do it. So, I know I said this was going to be a short one, but somehow, you know, when you're passionate about a subject, you just keep going. So, on that note, I want to wish you all really well. And I hope those that have been affected by this, that you please make positive steps forward for your healing. And you know what? I'm only an email or a comment away. I'm more than happy to communicate with anyone who just needs just words from someone who's walked in those shoes. I'm here. And I really, really, truly mean it. That's who I am. Okay? So I really, really send you loads and loads and loads of love. And Leo does too. Skittles is off somewhere else. And I wish you all the best on this journey that you will take, because you will. You want to heal. You want to have a better life. You want to have better relationships. You want to feel better about yourself. You want to have that hope. You want to glow. You want to feel good. You can do it. You can turn that dark night into a bright new morning. And on that, I'm going to say bye-bye for now. And may you all look after yourselves. Take the time to pamper yourself. Do nice things for yourself. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? It's okay. Even if it's just going and buying yourself an ice cream. It's okay. Okay, maybe not 2 or 3 a day. That's probably not okay, but a treat. I treated myself with some figs and lychees today. There's still some lychees around. I'm like, yes! Because I love lychees. I find little ways to treat myself. You alright? Anyway. On that note, I'm going to bid you adieu and send you loads of love. Let's celebrate life together. So for now, bye-bye.